Also, as I learned recently, very loud animals when they want to be. I had a squirrel screaming at my cat from outside the window, and you could hear it all the way across the house. So they can be intimidating for how small they are.
Do you think we could incorporate that as a very small joke at the beginning of the film, where there's an establishing shot and it's the sun is rising, and instead of a rooster, it's a squirrel screaming?
Oh my God. Hello.
Hi. I'm still wearing my Pizza Planet shirt because it's cool.
I'm still wearing my shirt because I never do laundry. It's not laundry month for me.
Laundry month?
Yeah.
That's great.
How
Love
often
that.
do you do your laundry?
Yeah, about every month.
No, like laundry month.
Oh.
So once a year. Shall we get started?
Okay, yeah. Welcome back to Logline, the show where we take large pieces of wood and and arrange them
Sometimes into a raft form.
into a raft form.
I think I'm on the wrong podcast. Sorry.
Yeah. Today we are squished in here like sardines, and we have two guests. One of them being named Lindsey and the other one being named Lynn. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
No.
I'm Lindsey, and I got accused of only being willing to do this podcast if I was not going to do it alone, which is accurate. So that's me.
And I'm Lynn, the one that has to do it with Lindsey because otherwise she wouldn't be here.
This is really accurate.
Yeah.
This is exactly how it went.
Cool.
Cool.
You guys just told us the truth.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
We're truth tellers over here.
No
Any-
lying.
Any truthers in the chat?
My name is Julian.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, Nick. Okay, let's get started. This is going too long.
It's going too long. Okay, so as I'm sure you might know, the format of the podcast is we either just generate like random like story elements and then riff off of them, or you can come in with like a randomly generated log line and we'll talk about how we make the movie, who we cast, story beats, etc. So, Julian, would you like to start us off with one random prompt?
One random prompt. Oh, man, I had this job last time. It's kind of tough. How about sleeping in a convenience store?
Sleeping in a convenience store.
Yes.
Okay. So Julian has given us a not super great prompt, but we're
What are you doing then?
we're gonna run with it.
Motherfucker.
So sleeping in a convenience store. Now, why would someone sleep in a convenience store?
Because they're tired.
They have nowhere else to sleep.
Right? Okay.
Or it's a heist.
A heist. It's a heist. Okay.
Heist movie.
I like heist movies.
I shouldn't have said heist.
So I like heist movies. So sleeping in a convenience store because it's a heist. Now, heist movies, usually the stakes are like millions and millions of dollars. But
convenience store.
this is a convenience store.
Kit Kats.
So I'm thinking this is like a kid movie where like all the characters are like 9.
You mean like even the people working there?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
And they're trying, like the heist is to try to steal like the golden Hershey's bar.
Wait, okay, when I was like 17, my dad went to Pennsylvania and brought back a giant Hershey's bar. Like I'm talking like 2 feet by a foot and a half. And I feel like that could be something like that.
So it's like in the convenience store on display, and it's behind a bunch of 9-year-old guards, and they have to.
This is like Ed and Eddie, but a movie.
Yeah, it is. It is.
all the characters want is fucking candy.
Yeah.
Understandably.
Yeah. I'm
Well, what else?
imagining they're all like squirrels. Like 9-year-old squirrels.
Squirrel children.
But like, yeah.
So is this
Yeah.
is this an animal movie? Are they squirrels?
It's
or are they
getting weirder.
are they squeeple? Squirrel people.
I hate the word squeeple, so I think we're going with actual squirrels.
Okay, actual squirrels. So, is this movie animated or is this live?
We get
action?
live action squirrels.
Live action squirrels.
That's just going to be either Alvin and the Chipmunks again or an even worse version of Cats. So
Right.
personally, I'm going animated, but
Cats was animated.
kinda.
Nick.
Well, I'm thinking like maybe if it's live action, we do the style of like those early 2000s like animal adventure movies where like the only thing that was animated was their mouth, and it would like move, but then the rest of the animal was just a regular animal.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we do animated, this is gonna get crazy.
My vote is animated.
Yeah, I would vote for animated too.
Okay, animated. Now, are we talking 2D or 3D animated?
2D.
Both.
Good God, please not both. I'm going 2D personally.
2D. Okay.
I would vote 2D as well.
So if we have 2D animation, what I love about 2D animation so much is that you can be as wacky as you want with it. Okay. So now we have to decide on like a style. So are we talking like anime? Are we talking rubber hose? Are we talking like more modern like Cartoon Network like TV series style, like Gumball or Adventure Time or
I'm feeling more like old-timey hand-drawn animation style, but put through like the strange and just over-the-topness that is anime.
So you want okay. Let me
So it's like if it was a old Disney movie like Bambi, but with just like ridiculous characters, like dialogue that's just kind of over the top
Yes.
all the time. Yeah.
okay. So and then that affects the story structure because the stereotypical anime story structure is like these long face-offs between characters where they're just talking and staring at each other with
Charging.
motion lines behind them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a heist movie to steal the giant chocolate bar from a convenience store for squirrels
Where they sleep.
where they sleep.
Well, wait. I think we have to alter the chocolate bar because if a squirrel eats a chocolate bar, it will die.
They don't know that.
Maybe that's
So it's a tragedy.
twist at the end.
Ooh, okay.
It's a tragedy that's framed as a comedy. So
Interesting.
Tragedy is that the squirrels die at the end. The 9-year-old
Yes.
squirrels. Is this squirrel your 9-year-old or is this
That changes it a lot.
what's the average? I'm gonna look up the average lifespan of a squirrel.
Let's assume it's child squirrels. And they have to break into a convenience store that's also run by an adult squirrel and steal a giant candy bar. But they're squirrels, right? So is it the same size as the candy bar you were talking about? So it is like it's like gargantuan.
yeah, so it's like it's bigger than that TV screen, not
Right.
TV screen, that Mac screen there.
Right.
So
To
in
a
comparison to a child squirrel, it's like 30 times
squiled,
the
if you will.
size. Yeah, a squiled.
So we're saying these squirrels cannot carry this unless all of them are there. Like that's how big we're
Yes.
talking.
Just an
So
ensemble movie.
yeah, so they
Yeah.
all have to make it through to the end.
Okay.
So we've got like 20 characters here, though, right?
20?
Well, okay, we don't have to talk about all 20, but we got like
Well, we have
they at least have like side characters, side hoes, Just
they've cut the squirrels as side hoes.
yeah,
It is like groups of squirrels.
yeah.
Like,
Squads. Is this
maybe-
a war movie again?
Please no. I don't want to do another war movie.
So
What if? Go ahead.
yeah, what does anyone know what a group of squirrels is called? Because like a group of crows is a murder of crows. Is there like a specific name for squirrels? Because I feel like that could be very
A
helpful
burrow.
at this moment. A burrow of squirrels.
Sure.
Place bets.
I'm not 100% sure. What is it?
It's called a scurry.
Okay, can that be the title of our movie?
It could very well
Scurry.
I
be.
think that's the title right there.
Scary.
Okay. So let's lay out what we have already. Okay. The squirrels in their scurry are staging a heist at a convenience store that's also run by squirrels.
Wait, let me get this right. So the candy bar is the same size as the theoretical real life candy bar is, which
Yeah.
means,
It's like 2 by 4 feet.
does that mean that the convenience store is also like human sized?
Okay, is it run by humans and it's a squirrel heist against humans?
It could be.
And it's just like one old guy?
It's like Ratatouille if the animals were just very much against humans entirely.
Okay, interesting. So it's a human convenience store, and it's one old guy who runs it, and he thinks he's going insane because the squirrels keep like coming in and like stealing stuff.
And the animation style, if we wanted, we could do like Roger Rabbit style, where the people are real, but the characters are all animated.
Yeah, like Enchanted.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I can see the wheels turning in Julian's
man.
head.
I'm just absorbing it all.
Okay,
I'm trying to.
so now we're in Who Framed Roger Rabbit style.
Oh,
But it still has anime story beats and a lot of staring.
So there's a lot of duels.
Yes,
There's a lot of standoffs.
a lot of standoffs.
between like the squirrels and the.
It's probably between
man.
the squirrel and the old man. Yeah, the squirrels and the old man. So our ensemble of squirrels, they are going to a convenience store run by an old man who is real. And they have to steal the giant Hershey's bar.
I like the story container idea. I'll bring this up, see what you guys think. How they have to have a certain number of squirrels. There's a
Mhm.
minimum number of squirrels they can have to carry the candy bar.
Yeah.
And over time,
And there's like a little
They
thing at the
die.
top right of the screen that's like 11,
Squirrel
11 out of
counter.
8. And if it goes below, you can't. You can't.
the scurry meter.
That's for the video game adaptation.
Yeah.
That's related.
Oh,
That's for the franchise.
How do we forget? But like, so it's like we have to have at least 10 squirrels, otherwise we can't lift this candy bar because it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
But then they like a few more die at the end.
Mhm.
They start with like 20, 10 die before they get to the candy bar, and then a few more die, and they're like, "Fuck, we can't lift this candy bar." Then the main character squirrel, like somehow pulls through. They get like super strength.
Interesting.
They have the anime style powering up,
yeah.
where through the power of friendship and also dead friends, they are
That's
able
right.
to lift the massive candy bar.
The
And-
squirrel arms grew 3 sizes that day.
So yeah, and it's him, and he's like, it's a monologue. He's in his head, and then the little like ghosts of all of all of his dead friends come. They're like, "You can do it, Johnny."
Okay, actually though, like I love the idea of an anime styled powering up, but it's just like in the animation style of like a Popeyes cartoon. So you just have like this 2D hand-drawn squirrel that is like giving this massive monologue while its muscles are just like growing like Popeyes or like Popeye after eating some spinach.
Yeah. Okay,
Shit.
so we have our rough story structure. Why are they trying to steal this candy bar?
Because it's candy.
Yeah, why would you not want to steal that candy bar?
Okay, so this movie is really just focused on the heist. We don't need backstory and we don't need like resolution. It's just get the candy bar.
Well, I think there's definitely backstory and resolution, but I think the motivation is just they want candy.
Right, because they're kids.
Well,
But I think there could be subtext with that.
I think that it could also, if we really wanted to, we could have the main character's dad, so Squirrel Dad, was killed by the old man. And so now it's out of revenge against the old man because this massive candy bar is the only thing that can save his business from going under.
Okay, so the price of this massive candy bar is like $1,000.
No, it's like 1,000 acorns.
It's 1,000 acorns because we are in an Animal Crossing society
Yes.
that uses acorns and butterflies as currency.
Oh God.
In Who Framed Roger Rabbit style, where each of these squirrels is hand drawn and has anime motion lines, power up, and face offs.
Yes.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
cool.
Who is the protagonist squirrel? What are they like?
Yes. So it is an ensemble movie, but I think it is. We should have. Do you want to have one protagonist or like 3 protagonists, or
I mean, we just worked on a movie that had 3 protagonists, and I feel like it clearly was not a movie about 3 protagonists, so maybe just 1.
okay. So it can be. Is it one protagonist that we're from, like we are telling the story from their point of view, but they have a crew of like 10.
Yeah. They
Okay.
got some bad bitches on that crew.
Yeah.
You fall in love with the side characters, but you're still there for the main hoe.
Right. Okay.
I mean, since we're going on with this this fusion of anime storytelling and Western old-timey hand-drawn animation,
Right.
I think you go with the anime thing of it's like you have your main character. They usually will have their 2 side characters, and then there's just a massive ensemble cast of people where there's just like so many people that you get attached to a couple of them, and those are the ones that you kill off because people are attached to them,
And
but they're not the most important people.
That's where we throw in all of our famous cameos. Including but not limited to.
Ian McKellen.
Yep.
He's the old wise squirrel.
Yes.
Because that's the only role he can play. You know, I love pitting actors into single
Into-
roles.
into
It's a
single
great
roles.
thing to do.
Yeah. We've got Jonah Hill as the funny squirrel.
And then Barbara Streisand as the other funny squirrel.
Yep.
I say we bring in Harrison Ford as the squirrel who's too old for this shit.
Right. He's not old and wise. He's like grizzled. He's like a veteran.
Yeah.
A veteran squirrel.
I've stolen
a squetterin.
That joke will never get old.
Okay. All right. So, but who is our main 3? Our protagonist and 2 main supporting characters. Who do we want? And we're not asking for like character names. We want to know who do you want to play those people? Or excuse me, those.
I think we have
those
to know
squirrels.
the main character's story first.
Okay. Okay.
So their dad died?
Yeah, we have the tragic death of their father at a young age of probably
2 weeks.
2 weeks, 2 squirrel weeks, which is about like 10 years in human years.
Yeah.
So father's gone. The mother is probably still around, but might be so old that she can't really like do much
Mhm.
anymore. We have.
Is this like a story where our protagonist has like had to take care of his mom?
I think if you do that, you open up like more motivations for why they would steal the candy bar, so that then they can also sell it to save their mom.
You see, here's the thing. People love I'm doing it for my mom stories. People love that. There was a recent Twitch controversy in which a famous Smash commentator, Visu, cheated on a game show, and he would have won $50,000. But he cheated, and they found out, so he didn't win it. But his justification was, I did it for my mom. And everybody was like, if you're doing it for your mom. So that's a universal appeal.
Wait, can we like not see the mom though till the end? Like we just don't know what the mom's deal is. But then at the end you're like, she's actually been living this really bougie life this whole time, and it was like actually just for revenge. Like she's got squirrel sunglasses and a Lamborghini for squirrels.
A Squamborghini?
Or if we want to keep going with this whole combining of 2 styles things, anime, it's almost always the dad that's gone. But in Disney, like old Disney, it was always the mom.
Right.
So we kill both of them.
Because we're combining the styles.
Because we're combining the 2 styles.
Oh my god.
Right. So and maybe the dad is in old-timey hand-drawn style.
I was hoping you would say
and
this.
the mom is in anime.
Oh man. I mean, fuck it. We're already like combining animated and real.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Why not?
Okay. So our main character's motivation is
Revenge.
because the shop owner killed both parents.
Killed the father And because the father was no longer around, the mother died of heartbreak.
That's very Disney.
Poor tiny squirrel heart.
That is very Disney. And we'll have like this beautiful hand-drawn scene with like leaves and flowers, and there'll be like one window in the middle with light pouring in.
Specifically, it has to be cherry blossoms because
Yes.
anime.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the mother lays dead on a small
Bed of grass.
candy box.
Squirrel
Oh.
bed.
Squid.
Squid.
Maybe a squirrel casket.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think, what would that be made out of?
A giant acorn.
Casket.
Yeah, she lays in a giant acorn.
Yeah.
Like Scrat.
Like it could just be like, like a regular casket, but they like, carved it out to be in the shape of an acorn.
I see.
That sort of situation.
Because squirrels don't lay flat; they roll up into like little circles.
So it's like the perfect shape then too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So the motivation is revenge, and because squirrels famously can't really kill people, they know that the guy's shop is about to go under, and if they steal this giant candy bar, that's like he has like 90% of his equity is in this candy bar.
Yeah, it's economic warfare.
It's economic warfare, exactly. he's like he's like on Wall Street bets, and they're like, dude, you gotta invest in candy bar.
One giant candy bar.
One giant candy bar, because the novelty factor is so high that people like resale value insane.
I mean, I still remember the candy bar from when I was
See?
18. So like,
And you don't remember that random coin that you were told to buy.
like those flattened pennies you got at the zoo.
Yep. Those.
I don't think Lindsay participates in cryptocurrency.
Yeah, the flat pennies. Yeah, that you could get like the animals and stuff on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those. This is why I wouldn't do the podcast by myself.
Great. Okay. Anyways, so they're gonna steal this giant candy bar, to make the guy's business like go under. And is that it? Like they steal it, and then
Well, are they successful?
we get like a 1 year later, and the business is just empty, and like all the windows are broken out, and the guy's like sitting on the corner with his head in his hands.
And the last thing he sees from across the street is that damn squirrel.
It's always that damn squirrel. Okay, so we know a little bit more about our character. Who is playing our main character? Who's voicing, I guess?
Ewan McGregor. An out of left field choice, I know. But
You want Ewan McGregor.
it would be funny because
It is
he
funny.
has never done something like that before, and it would be extremely unexpected.
Okay, this is unexpected. Ewan McGregor.
I don't even know who that is.
Obi-Wan from the
Okay,
prequel.
no.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Okay, sure.
You're in with the memes, right?
I've seen Star Wars once,
Oh, nice.
so I know what
Okay.
you're talking about now. Yeah.
Ewan McGregor as lead squirrel, the squeed. Okay, and then who are our two supporting cast?
We gotta get a lady squirrel up in this.
Okay.
This joint. So
Do we do the expected thing and make it a love interest?
no.
We don't have to.
No.
We make the two side characters fall in love, but not the main character.
Interesting. So they have and maybe that's a point of conflict, not because the main character was interested in any of them, but because he's like, guys, we got to steal this candy bar, and you're over there like trying to smash.
Or we could go an even more unexpected way and have all three of the characters be in a polyamorous relationship.
What if the whole
Polyamorous.
what's the name of the group of squirrels again? Scurry. What if the whole scurry is in a polyamorous relationship?
Right.
Sorry,
20, 20 plus squirrels all in a relationship.
I mean,
That's honestly probably what they.
that's probably what they
they're
do.
doing
Yeah.
anyways.
Okay.
It's now a nature documentary, actually.
Oh man.
It's just a documentary. Okay. So Ewan McGregor and even if they're all in a relationship, like these two are like his closest friends. So who are playing these two characters?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. Okay.
But specifically doing the Joker voice.
From the animated series. Okay.
I haven't seen that. Is that like a meme?
No, it's just like actually a really good Joker voice.
Oh.
I just think it would be really funny if this happened.
Mark Hamill has done a lot of voice work. He was also the voice of the Fire Lord in Avatar.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know he did some stuff for Studio Ghibli, but I didn't know he.
Yeah, he's done a lot of voice work.
Yeah.
Okay, and our last character?
Let's go with like Amy Adams.
Amy Adams.
Yeah.
Okay, what a crew this is. We've got Ewan McGregor, Mark Hamill, and Amy Adams starring in a movie about a squirrel heist, a Squeist.
Squeist.
Wait, no, that's what it should be called. The Squeist.
The Squeist.
And then the second one can be called
The
Squeist.
Squandy. The
Squeakle.
Squandy score Squeist.
So I think though, since this is like a mostly animated thing,
Yeah.
I think we need to talk about who's directing this. Like whose name is going to
interesting.
be on this project. Because that's very important for animation. Like, is this a Walt Disney animation or is this like some other like lesser known studio?
Interesting.
Like,
Yeah.
is this going to be like a Ghibli movie? Like,
Huh.
whose name goes on this?
I think it's got to be a collab, right? With all the different styles.
Yeah.
I think if one studio could do it, it would be Studio Ghibli. I think they could do the different styles, but I think it would be a collab between anime style would probably be Studio Ghibli or the big studio that does the animation for like Bleach and One Piece.
Funimation?
Is it
I
Funimation?
can't remember.
I don't watch enough anime to know.
I keep throwing out anime ideas. I really don't watch that much anime.
We gotta get
to be
an
honest.
anime enjoyer. Lindsay, are you an anime enjoyer?
I'm not.
Oh.
So, yeah.
No anime enjoyers in this house.
Unqualified to talk about this movie.
Chat's empty.
Chat is empty right now.
And yet we're still going to be going on this whole anime train.
That's right.
So I think we stick
come too
with
far.
Studio Ghibli here.
Okay.
So a crossover between Studio Ghibli and we got to go with like Walt Disney, right?
Like classic
Like
Disney.
classic Like we
Yeah.
bring back a bunch of the people that are either old and or dead. We raise them back from the grave.
Yeah.
So they can do hand-drawn animations again for specifically this film.
Oh, can I ask, when is this film set?
Oh, I'm thinking like 40 years from now, which doesn't sound that cryptic.
Okay. Oh my god.
No, but
That's
I-
not what I was expecting at all.
I wasn't either.
So you're talking 2060.
Yeah, because I'm picturing like not the apocalypse happened, but like why is this chocolate bar actually so valuable? I feel like something in society had to like completely collapse, and like you know, the animal hierarchy versus people is definitely like a little bit even now versus like, you know, people reigning supreme.
So was there an animal uprising? Nature fought back?
An animal uprising.
Is this a war movie?
That's the backdrop of it all, because you know in anime there's always like this massive world building put in beforehand for like very little payoff.
Yeah.
But there was an
That's what
animal
filler is.
uprising. Yeah, there was an animal uprising here, but it was stopped by the humans. However, in a concession that was signed during the Treaty of the Animal Revolution, because
Right.
I mean, obviously there has to be a name for it, but I can't come up with it right now. There was a concession made that animals would be treated as real sentient first-class citizens.
Interesting.
So they are now equal to humans. However, there are still many humans that hold resentment for them.
Right. Okay.
Did we talk about how the dad died yet?
Does the guy kill him?
Shopkeeper kills him.
Shopkeeper kills him.
But specifically, like that could be what ended the revolution. Like
Oh.
the dad dying was what made the humans win, and that's why this main squirrel character wants to
Enact revenge.
get at it.
Yeah.
The dad was a war hero.
It's a war movie.
So Ewan McGregor Squirrel is the son of a war hero.
Yeah.
It always comes back to war.
It's always war movies.
It's always war movies.
We've recorded many episodes, and at least half.
Well,
Probably happened in war
this
movies.
isn't a war movie.
This is a heist.
The backdrop of this movie was a war movie.
I see.
Post-war.
Yeah, this is a post-war movie.
Gotcha.
So if we're successful enough to make the prequel, then yeah, it's a war movie.
Great. Okay, so the dad was a war hero that got murdered. Murdered. And maybe he was like influential enough that like this murder was what like stopped the war. They were like, yo, this is too far.
Yeah.
And so then the humans won technically, but that's when they conceded for all of the things that the dad was demanding.
The dad was actually like a peaceful advocate, like did not fight.
Yeah.
He was very peaceful, did not like lay hand on anyone, and he was killed in cold blood, and that's what made the humans realize, wait, I think that we should actually like hear them out on what they have to say, because
Yeah.
that squirrel, that tiny squirrel right there, seemed very peaceful and willing to listen to what we had to say.
Yeah.
So maybe we should hear them out.
Because famously, squirrels, fast, they've got tiny claws. They could be not peaceful.
Also, as I learned recently, very loud animals when they want to be. I had a squirrel screaming at my cat from outside the window, and you could hear it all the way across the house. So they can be intimidating for how small they are.
Do you think we could incorporate that as a very small joke at the beginning of the film, where there's an establishing shot and it's the sun is rising, and instead of a rooster, it's a squirrel screaming?
Oh my god.
A squirrel arm.
Holy shit.
Great. Okay. We got to go fast.
Yeah, we're short on time.
We're short on time. So, okay. We need a logline. Stat.
We do need a log line.
This is the express episode.
Put this on half speed to.
We're going to be doing this at a squirrel's pace.
Nice.
What's that squirrel from that one movie that's like Little Red Riding
SIMP
Hood?
squirrels in your pants?
What?
What?
Squirrels in my pants?
SIMP squirrels in my pants.
Wait, are you talking about Hoodwinked?
Yeah, Hoodwinked.
Bro, I have not thought about Hoodwinked in forever. I don't remember the name of that
That is a
squirrel, though.
fantastic movie.
What about the squirrel from Over the Hedge that drinks
Remy?
the power?
I thought that was
drink?
a chipmunk.
Oh, it might have been. Yeah, he was chipmunk, I think.
Or maybe he was a red squirrel. I honestly can't remember.
I
I
don't
haven't
remember
seen
either.
that film in a while either.
Yeah.
Logline. The son of a squirrel war hero.
Right.
Seeks revenge.
Okay. The squirrel son of a squirrel hero.
Seeks revenge on his father's killer.
Who has put all of his assets into
A convenience store owner who has put all his assets.
a giant candy bar.
Is it a Hershey's chocolate bar?
Probably.
Only if we can get the sponsorship.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get the sponsorship.
Squirrel
If
son
we
of a-
don't, then it will be
Dove.
Jim's chocolate.
Big Jim
You
chocolate
say that,
bar.
but I'm pretty sure that is like actually a brand of chocolate.
Jim's chocolate.
Yes, there's like some brand of
Pete's chocolate.
there's some brand of chocolate I see all the time that's like ethically sourced and stuff, and it's just some dude's name and chocolate, and I can't remember the name,
Oh,
but it's really good chocolate.
is the logo like the name with like a little like rectangle around it? It's like white and red or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Well, maybe they should be our sponsor. They sound like a nice crew to give money to.
Honestly, if somebody gives us money for this
Mhm.
movie and they happen to have a chocolate company, I think we'll do whatever fucking chocolate company
Yeah.
we can do.
Yeah.
The squirrel squan of a squirrel hero seeks revenge on his father's killer, a convenience store owner who has put all of his assets into a giant Hershey's chocolate bar.
Sorry, it should be his squatter's killer.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, give us a second sentence that gives some context as to like what actually happens.
What are the names? We don't even know. Main character.
We don't usually do names. We just say the actor.
Okay.
He
McGregor. Right?
he starts.
McGregor, Adams, and who's the last one?
Hamill.
A squirrel squiced.
Join with their forces. Their squirrel forces. Their squorces.
Joined by their scurry.
Their polyamorous scurry.
Man, I forgot about that one.
To simply carry the chocolate bar across the street.
That's all they have to get it. It's just across the street.
It's a very easy heist to do if you were not a squirrel.
The so maybe
Stakes are so low.
maybe the street that the convenience store on, the street itself, no man's land. The convenience store is on the human side, and the other side's like a park.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It'd be cool to have like other animals brought into.
Deer.
An
The
homage
distraction.
to
They
Bambi.
jump through the front window.
The deer is like in Lord of the Rings, the giant elephants. They carry the squirrels.
Oh. Holy shit.
And there's one shot that's just like a hawk that goes and drops one of the squirrels in, and he dive bombs through a window.
And like as he's dive bombing, it does like the anime like
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
like
the
all the
motion
lines going
lines.
behind him.
This film is fucking insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be great.
It's pretty good though.
Okay, so do you have a second line?
Joined by their polyamorous scurry, they plan a heist to steal the candy, the chocolate bar, and
financially ruin the store owner.
financially ruin the store owner.
Fantastic.
We need a name.
We also wait. Who plays the store owner though?
Ooh, it has to be a real person.
Has to be a real person. I
like
mean,
a real person.
Leslie Jordan.
Okay, Leslie Jordan is playing the shop owner.
I don't know Leslie Jordan. What is she like?
Well, you see, is like
Right.
a very short little gay man.
Right.
Like very
I
southern.
vaguely
Is he
know him.
old?
Yes. Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Julian, you have
Oh
the
my god, this is.
Yeah.
This is like almost exactly what I
That is-
pictured in
that
my
is
head.
perfect.
I don't know this person.
Amazing. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
10 out of 10 recommendation. Thank you.
So Leslie Jordan as shop owner who put all of their assets into a giant chocolate bar that is stolen by squirrels.
Yeah.
What is the title of this film? We always let the guests choose.
I mean, I think it's got to be Squeist.
The Squeist, right?
The Squeist.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The Squeist.
The Squeist.
Squeist.
Unique enough.
But also a pun, and we love puns.
Very marketable.
Oh, incredibly marketable.
In this economy, Squeist,
Honestly.
10 out of 10.
Oh, even better. So we put SQU in front of things because squirrel, and there's humans. Heist. Human heist. So the poster could somehow incorporate the word human, like crossed out along with the H for heist.
Ooh,
And
you're
then you
thinking
put the
design
Squeist.
already. I love it.
That look on your face.
This guy's great.
The Squeist.
Squeist.
Fantastic.
I mean, I'd see this movie personally. This sounds like a great film.
Yeah, we're getting financed right now. How does it end?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't really talk about that.
A year in the future, they've all eaten the candy and they're all dead.
They can't even have.
Oh,
just a
no.
little chocolate?
I said earlier there's like a 1 year later and
Oh,
the
yeah.
shop is like in ruins and the shop owner's just sitting outside with his head in his hands and all the animals are just like having a party in the forest across the street.
And the last thing we hear is just he looks to the sky, shaking his fist, saying, "That damn squirrel."
That
Yeah.
damn
Squirrel. That's exactly how you would say it.
Fantastic. I think we're at time, and by that I mean we have exactly like a minute and a half
Before Lindsay has to go to the dentist.
before Lindsay has to go to the dentist. So thank you for being on the podcast. Is there anything you would like to shout out before you leave? This is going out in like a bit, so hey, it's time.
Lindsay has to leave. I'll shout out A Road Without Us, because I think at the time this goes out, it'll probably be starting to make festival runs.
That's true. I think it will be.
Other than that, I am still in college, so I don't have much going on.
You can shout out your acapella group.
Oh yeah, Under Arrest Acapella here on the UW Madison campus. We are always looking for people and places to perform for. So if you want to reach out, it's at Under A dash Rest with one R, because it's a pun. On all social media and the UW Madison student orgs.
If there's something that we've learned today, we love puns. Lindsay, would you like to shout out anything?
I would just like to shout out all of my roommates and friends who have made my brain think about squirrel heists. So
great.
Thank you.
That is fantastic.
It's the healing essence of the soul.
Yeah.
If you think about squirrel heists, instantly you become happier.
Nature is healing.
Nature is healing.
Even though it's
Yeah, well, I don't know about nature healing.
Cool. All right. Thank you for coming on, and thanks for watching / listening. Bye.